What's poppin'? It's your boy Jaeger here, and Happy New Year's. Hope everyone had a good year. I didn't. I'm still alive. Don't know why. But today, I wanted to talk about a little fun game called Tarkov. Because I've actually wasted about 400 hours into Tarkov, and I quite enjoy it. But I feel like I have some things to say about it, and I guess you could say that Tarkov has some problems at the moment. So I just want to start this off by saying that this is my opinion, this is my take, how I look at Tarkov, how I feel about the game. I understand if some people absolutely hate this game or absolutely love it, that's fine. This is just my opinion, the problems I have, what I like about the game, and what I think could be improved upon the game. And I feel it's kind of bizarre on its own that I have to say that it's my own opinion, what I feel about the game, because like I've seen like people having their own opinion about any other game or movie or whatever, and people would just like fucking send death threats and shit like that. This is my opinion. It's fine if you like the game or dislike the game. Everyone can have their own opinions. So I'm gonna go into the order about what I think is wrong and the problems with Tarkov. Then I'm gonna say the good things, the things I like about Tarkov, and then last I'm gonna come up with some solutions on how Tarkov could improve upon how I feel the game as a whole could improve. Now, it's no secret that Tarkov as a game is really punishing for the player, right? Like, as soon as you load into a raid, it's either gonna go good, you're gonna be spending like 30 minutes into a raid, you're gonna get all the good shit, you're gonna get all the good loot, you're gonna kill all the people and get out nice and easy. But at other times, you're gonna survive for like 17 seconds because you got sniped by a sniper scab from like 5 miles across the map, you know.
Verstaan, ja.
And I don't have an issue with that because it's like, yeah, sure, fine, it's my issue. Maybe it's the scav AI, you know, it's whatever. I think one of the big problems is just like with Overwatch 2. I can't even comprehend that I'm comparing Overwatch 2 to Tarkov, but it's like there's almost no point in playing Tarkov, at least. I mean, like it's not the same, but it's like in Tarkov you have the quest, right? You always want to get, like, if you're a standard user like me, you have a 2x2 container, then maybe your goal is to like get a bigger container. You know, you need to grind, you need to do the quest for the traders and shit like that, and you have a goal set right before you get into a raid. You know, I'm gonna do a quest, I'm gonna kill these scavs, I'm gonna loot this stuff, I'm gonna try to search for this, you know, whatever. I feel like every player has an end goal in mind, right? What I don't really understand is the players that buy the most expensive edition of Tarkov, because in my opinion, if I would buy the most expensive edition, you get like the biggest container or one of the biggest containers, you get the fully upgraded stash, you get a little bit more money, and then of course you get access to like future DLCs, and like that's fine and whatever. But like for me, if I bought the most expensive edition, for me it's like I don't really have an end goal then I'll maybe just do like 5 raids with my buddies, you know, fuck around, maybe kill some scavs, fuck with some players maybe, and then that's it. I don't have an end goal in mind because I know that it's the same quest I've been doing for some years now, and maybe they add like a new quest. Now that Streets of Tarkov has come out, they've added like, I don't know, maybe like 10 quests or something like that. But it's stuck in this endless cycle with like, you're playing the game for like 3 months, right? The game just wiped, you're playing, you got like a Kappa container, you completed all the quests, whatever, right? It's gone 3 months. You have nothing to do. You wait for the wipe. I get it's so hard for the developers to decide when to wipe because every player is different. You know, like, I don't know, like streamers like Landmark, Pistilli, or like Aqua FPS or General Sam. Okay, I'm maybe not General Sam, but all these streamers are like reaching level 50, like day 7 of the wipe, right? They don't have anything else to do, so like they're not gonna wipe the game just because they hit the end game, right? But then they're like 17-year-olds, maybe they have like a spring break, like they're grinding Tarkov for a week straight and whatever, and they just get to level 40 straight away, and they're like complaining on Reddit and shit like that. Oh, you need to wipe this game. Oh, you need to do this, you know. But my point being is that it's the endless cycle of Tarkov. Basically, wipe starts, you're really excited because then the game is really fun because everybody has the same loadout, even if you have the most expensive edition of the game, standard or whatever, you know. Everyone is on the same playing ground. Everyone has the same quest, same loadout, and it feels new, right? But you still have the same fucking quest. You do them over and over and over again. Wait, what's the definition of insanity? And for me, because the game has wiped recently, I've gotten back into Tarkov now. But it's a weird thing because it's actually going really good for me in Tarkov. Like, I've done really successful raids, made a couple of million rubles, having a really good stash loadout and shit like that. But it doesn't feel good because, like, I've almost rushed through all the quests, or not all the quests, but like the starting quest at least. Like, I haven't really rushed through them, but like I completed them really quickly. And for me, it's like, oh well, now it's the painful fucking dogshit ass quest where I have to kill scavs with a fucking unitar helmet or a fucking baklava and a scav vest on fucking shoreline. And then I remembered, oh shit, I've already done these fucking dumbass quests last wipe, but oh no, I have to redo them all over again. But it's like fine, right? People like sometimes just go into Tarkov for the PvP experience. It's just a shooter, you know, like Call of Duty, but you collect your guns and it's like a different system. And even I can like really like the aspect of PvP, just playing against other players and shit like that. But I really like doing the quests, like being alone, you know, collecting all the items, like getting to know the traders, you know, doing the quest and like what the lore is and shit like that. But it quickly wears off after you've done the same quest for so many years, so many wipes, so many times you've played this game. So there isn't really much joy in playing the game, for me at least. Like sometimes it's fun to do a little raid, you know, make a couple million, but then the end goal is like what? I don't want to do the grind to get a bigger container now, because I know once I get it, I'm not gonna be interested in playing Tarkov anymore. I feel like Tarkov is also stuck in this endless cycle of, I don't know if this is actually true, but I like from my personal experience, it's like kind of true, because it starts off as a streamer is starting wipe, right? There's the starting point of the circle. Then it goes to like a month into the wipe, or maybe a week or whatever, you know, the streamers are doing everything so quickly. But then the next point is where the streamers discover that the new update is kind of dog shit or whatever, or they think the game is somehow too easy, like Shooter Born in Heaven or whatever, like, oh, 100 meters is so easy for me who plays Tarkov 40 hours a fucking day, you know. So the third point is where Nikita is like, oh, all the streamers are complaining that Shooter Born in Heaven is so fucking easy, we need to make it harder for them. Or, oh, you need to collect fucking 20 LEDXs, oh, the streamers found that too easy, well, we'll make it 100 LEDXs and 500 GPUs. And then the fourth point of the circle is where the casual players are like, what the fuck are these quests, bro? I can never do these. I'm never gonna be able to get the Kappa container, or I'm not gonna even be able to get the Epsilon container, because the quests are like fucking kill 200 PMCs now with a scav vest and a fucking baklava, you know. And then the circle goes back right into the streamer, you know. And it's like, for me, it's like how Tarkov has been for some years now. And it's not like particularly on the streamer's fault, because it's like, I think it's because Battlesys, like, they do drops with Tarkov as well, like every single year, I think it is now, or they've done it 2 years in a row now. And like it attracts new players to Tarkov, right? And it's like more marketing for them to like have the game more enjoyable for the streamers, to like have a little bit of a false view of the game to other people, just to show them that the game is apparently enjoyable. I don't really know, but it feels like for me that the game is based on like this four circle of hell, or whatever you want to call it. Enough of the hate now. Let's get into the positive things about Tarkov, because we need some positive vibes. 2023 has just started. It's gonna be a fucking shitty year, but who cares? So what I really love about Tarkov is that Tarkov is really unique in its own way. Like, yeah, sure, you can say it's like a generic shooter, first person, that's quote unquote realistic, you know. But I really do love the game, because I haven't really encountered another game, maybe like Stalker, Fallout, maybe like some elements of Tarkov in those games, right? But I find Tarkov being really unique in that way that you load into the raid, you don't have a map, you don't have a HUD or anything. You just have normal shit of like your stamina bar and like your body parts, which ones are covered and shit like that. And then once you're hit, it's not as simple as just hitting a little stim and then healing. Of course, there are stims that heal you in that type of way. But like if your right leg is blacked out, you actually need to perform like quote unquote surgery with a CMS kit to like restore health back to that leg. And then you can use some sort of health pack in order to get that leg going, you know, and you need to watch out for your hydration and your energy, which I found really interesting. And the fact that this being like almost like Minecraft, in my opinion, being like if you load into a raid and your pure goal is just to hit as many loot spots as possible, collecting all the items and then hitting it in your stash, I find that really, really addicting. Almost just as Minecraft, where you're loading into a raid, killing a bunch of PMC, maybe getting a really good gun from one of the players, hitting it in your stash, and then going to maybe like, I don't know, like a resort on Shoreline, hitting all the key rooms, you know, getting a LEDX GPU. It's so fun to do that. And I know I ranted a little bit about the quests, you know, how dog shit some of them are, but like I actually do like some of the quests because it's like nice, a little bit of lore, just like enough to get you like interested into the lore and like the universe of Tarkov, being like, oh, you need to get the gas analyzers, you know, you need to mark this fuel tank for Prapper because he wants to know the routes the scavs take with it or whatever. I'm not really like educated about the Tarkov lore, so that's just a guess, but it's good stuff. And I really do like the maps as well. I especially like, I've only played a handful of raids with Streets of Tarkov, but I think Streets of Tarkov is what Tarkov needs desperately, because I love the map. I just like, I don't know how it plays like in a normal raid, but like just going around the streets, looking at the building, seeing the park, seeing the trucks, seeing a construction site, it's so fun. It looks like a Fallout game almost, you know, where the nukes have hit Tarkov and like the whole city is burned, everyone has evacuated from the city, it's only the PMCs, the bears, the USEC, the scavs, the bosses and shit like that. And it's also interesting with the scav bosses like Killa, Glukahar, Sanitar. It's always so interesting being in a raid, like even when I'm with my pals and I'm at Woods and I hear the SVD and I'm like, oh shit, Sturman is here. Do you want to go get him? We might be able to get him and get his like unique SVD, or maybe get his key to his stash. You know, it's really interesting, and I do like the universe and the setting Tarkov is set in. That's about all the things I really like about Tarkov. Like, I didn't even plan on making this video. I just had the thought of doing it like one night. I'm like, oh shit, I might just do this video because I actually do like Tarkov. I wasted some hours into it, and maybe someone will hear me out, maybe agree, disagree. You know, it's always interesting to have different opinions with people, in my opinion. And now on to the things I personally think. My opinion. Mine. My opinion. Remember, my opinion, okay? You don't have to agree, you don't have to disagree. It's fine. But what I think Tarkov could improve upon is just the whole quest system. I think like it's a really good step forward with Lightkeeper. I forgot to mention that, but I also really like Lightkeeper, him being a physical NPC. You can interact him, like, sure, he's just like a skeleton because you can just like say one-liners to him, and like you can't really respond to him like with a voice line. You just respond with him with text. But I find that really interesting, and I think they should do that with every other trader as well. And I don't know where I've heard this, but I'm pretty sure I've heard it somewhere, where the plans for Tarkov is that you load into Woods, for example, and then instead of extracting from Woods, you actually have to get from Woods to Customs, because that's where your hideout is. And you know, so you have, when you spawn into Woods, you do the raid, you have your stuff, then you go through like a tunnel or like an extract towards Customs, and then once you're in Customs, you have to go into your hideout. And I feel that's really interesting, but it could for sure use some tweaking. I spoke about this with my friend the other day, and I think it could be well implemented if they give enough thought and resources into it, where every raid you're in is being like continuously on. So for example, when you load into Woods and you have like 40 minutes to extract from that location, there is already a PMC there that's only got like 10 minutes left of the raid, and it's like non-stop players hopping into the raid. Like, I think that could really work and could be really good for Tarkov, but I think you should give it some more thought and like sort it out a little bit, because I think the game would be too hard if that happened. But I guess you could have like a limit, maximum like 20 players can load into Woods simultaneously, or like some shit like that, you know. And what I think Tarkov could use the most is not having wipes anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, I really do like wipes where everybody is starting on the same point, but I think they should overhaul Tarkov as a whole. Try something new, because doing the same quest, like I said, over and over again, it's not really fun. And just imagine playing Tarkov and having always the same character, always having the same items. I think if they would make it somehow interesting, where not everything is that easy obtainable, you know, and everybody can have their PMC like this stash and everything for like years at a time. Just imagine how cool it would be, like battling through woods, you know. You've just fought 10 PMCs, you're barely made it out alive, but you have that sweet loot that you put in your stash, then you go to your hideout, craft some items, and, you know, make the hideout more interactable, you know, where there's a point of you actually going there, not just like, oh, let me click the hideout button, let me just craft this, you know, oh good, I just crafted an AK. But just like, imagine just having a small animation once you load into the hideout, you know, crafting the AK. And I think they're slowly maybe going towards there, because they've added the gym to Tarkov now, which actually gives you a point into going into the hideout as your PMC, you know, not just like hovering like a god over your hideout and crafting all the items. And they even like added a new upgrade for the shooting range, I think, where they actually added TV screens that show you where you hit the bullets on the practicing range, which I found really awesome. And I'm pretty sure Battlestate have said that they're planning to make Tarkov semi-player-ish, like PvE, I'm pretty sure. And I think if that's where they're heading with Tarkov, I'm really excited for it. And I sure do hope that they deliver upon it. But yeah, I think that's like my brainstorming, what I think could be improved upon, or what can be improved upon in Tarkov, you know. But just one more small little hate thing that I forgot to mention in the other segment. I don't like how Battlestate is always promising big things, but they're never doing it. It's like Nikita can always say, oh, Streets of Tarkov is gonna be this, destructible walls and shit like that. Then the update comes out where Streets of Tarkov is supposed to come out, and he's like, oh yeah, sorry, we couldn't implement the wall destructions, you know, but maybe next update, who knows. And then when the hype dies down around Tarkov, he goes onto a podcast or whatever, and he's like, what's up guys, guess what, next update we're gonna have fucking Killa being your scav companion, you know, he's gonna be right beside you, or some dumb shit like that, you know, making always promises. Because I feel like for me it's starting to wear down with the early access. Like if they just take some time off, you know, just reflect on things, maybe just take a small vacation, or just don't post anything at all, you know, just sit behind the scenes, work on the game, and try something new. Because I feel Tarkov desperately needs something new. Because I don't know, for me it is like that. I don't want to keep doing the same shit over again, and I think it might be that way for other players as well, where they're desperately wanting something new, you know. Oh, this isn't the Tarkov I used to play, you know, it's something new, there's a new expansion, new quest, or the whole game is different, you know. I feel that would be really cool. But yeah, that was about my opinions on Tarkov. I hope you stayed until the end of the video. I actually did enjoy making this whole rant / video, or my opinions, or whatever you want to call it. Appreciate all of you. If you liked it, let me know. If you disliked it, let me also know. I'll be responding to comments or whatever, you know. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you had a great new year, and let's hope 2023 won't be as shitty as all the previous years. So yeah, see ya, and here's the meme.